It's late at night. The lights are low. The day is finally over. Your body is tired. Your eyes feel heavy. There is nothing left to do. And yet, your mind won't stop talking. Thoughts begin to surface that were quiet all day. Memories you didn't invite. Conversations that already ended. Worries about things that haven't happened. You turn from one side to the other, hoping sleep will come on its own. But the more you want rest, the louder the mind becomes. This experience is so common that we almost accept it as normal. We say things like, "I just overthink at night. My brain won't shut off. I'm tired, but my mind isn't." But very few people stop to ask why this happens. Not how to fix it, not how to silence it, but why the mind becomes louder exactly when everything else becomes quiet. During the day, your attention is constantly occupied. Your phone vibrates, your eyes move from screen to screen, your mind jumps from one task to another. Even when you feel stressed, distracted, or overwhelmed, the noise of the world keeps you from hearing your own thoughts clearly. The day does not bring peace, it brings distraction. And distraction works like a cover. It hides what is unresolved. It suppresses what has not been fully felt. It keeps the deeper layers of the mind out of view. At night, that cover is removed. There are no notifications to respond to, no conversations to manage, no roles to perform. Silence appears, and the mind, which has been trained to move constantly, doesn't know how to rest inside that silence, so it fills the space. This is one of the most misunderstood aspects of overthinking at night. People believe the mind becomes louder because something is wrong. In reality, the mind becomes louder because the world becomes quiet. Silence reveals what motion hides. The mind is not calm by default. It is conditioned. Conditioned by repetition, conditioned by stimulation, conditioned by years of responding, reacting, anticipating, and remembering. When stimulation stops, the conditioning continues. At night, the mind does what it has learned to do all day. It thinks. But now there is nothing to interrupt it. And so the thoughts appear stronger, heavier, more emotional. You may notice that night thoughts are rarely practical. They don't lead to solutions. They don't feel clear. They loop. The same regret returns again and again. The same worry changes shape but not substance. The same imagined future replays with different details. This is because night thinking is not problem solving, it is emotional processing, or more accurately, emotional resistance. Much of what the mind brings up at night is what was postponed during the day, emotions that were not fully felt, fears that were pushed aside, questions that had no space to breathe. The mind waits patiently, and when the world becomes quiet, it speaks. This is why trying to fix night thoughts rarely works. You may tell yourself, "I'll think about this tomorrow. I shouldn't be worrying right now. I need to stop thinking." But notice what happens when you try to silence the mind. It pushes back. The effort to silence thoughts becomes another form of activity, another movement, another layer of tension. Trying to force sleep is one of the surest ways to stay awake. The mind interprets force as urgency, urgency as danger, and danger as something that requires attention. So the thoughts multiply. This is where many people become frustrated with themselves. They believe they lack discipline. They believe something is wrong with their brain. But the mind is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what it was trained to do. There is another layer beneath night overthinking that is rarely acknowledged: fear. Not always obvious fear, Not always fear with a clear object, but a subtle unease. Fear of tomorrow, fear of failure, fear of repeating the same mistakes, fear of losing control. During the day, action creates the illusion of control. At night, that illusion dissolves. Lying in the dark, you cannot fix the future. You cannot rewrite the past. You cannot distract yourself easily. So the mind talks. It plans. It replays. It imagines. Not because it is helpful, but because it is uncomfortable with uncertainty. The mind prefers noise to vulnerability. Many people think peace comes from eliminating thoughts, but peace comes from a different relationship with thought. Notice this gently. When a thought appears at night, there is usually a second movement that follows, a movement of engagement. You follow the thought, you argue with it, you judge it, you try to solve it. This participation keeps the mind active, but when you stop participating, something changes. The thought still appears, but it has less energy, like a wave that rises and falls when not fed by resistance. You don't need to push thoughts away. You don't need to chase them. You only need to notice them. This noticing is not cold or detached. It is quiet and curious. A simple recognition. This is a thought. This is memory. This is fear. When awareness replaces control, tension softens. The mind was never meant to be silenced by force. It quiets naturally when it is no longer being commanded. Night is not the enemy of peace. It is the revealer. It shows you where attention was scattered, where emotions were ignored, where life was lived on the surface. In this way, the restless mind at night is not a problem to solve. It is information. It shows you what matters. It shows you what was avoided. It shows you what still seeks clarity. And perhaps the deepest truth is this: you do not need to fix your mind before sleeping. Sleep is not a reward for mental discipline. It is a natural response to letting go. When effort ends, rest follows. If tonight the mind is loud, let it be loud, not with irritation, but with patience. Listen without engaging, allow without reacting. Eventually, the thoughts will slow, not because you forced them to stop, but because they were no longer needed. Peace does not come from silence. Silence comes from peace. And peace begins the moment you stop trying to control the mind and allow it to pass, like the day itself, into rest.